Granddad's one owner, low kilometre, only driven to the shops on Sunday, never thrashed, no low balls, I know what I've got. Expression of interest. Made how much power?
Down on down. With a bit of B. That's pretty hot, eh? Wait, see the exhaust?
Wow. Do you want to come in?
Yeah, okay.
So I've got the fuel cell roughly mounted. Say roughly, it's mounted, I just got to finish. Got to pull it out and paint it and pack it so it's dead level and all that sort of stuff because the floor's not level. But anyway, not the point. So now I'm working on mounting the surge tank. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a little porch, a little front deck, you might say, off of my platform that I've got made, off of my brackets that I've made for the fuel cell. I'm going to make a little front deck off of that to sit this on, and then it's all one kit and caboodle. You know what I'm saying? So we got our pump, right, and then we go with my world famous mounting system. This is paint pending. So we run a 90-degree union off of that. That goes straight onto the tank, right? Little supporting bracket here just so it doesn't come loose. So we'll go fuel pump. We'll go out of the tank, sorry. Out of the tank, fuel pump, out of the fuel pump, over to the surge tank, which is behind, right? Then it'll come out of the surge tank into the line, which is here, which will be this one. And I'm going to have a union onto that, which will house the fuel filter. The fuel filter will be there, which is a little bit of a pain to get on and off, but it's not under the car, so at least you don't have to go under the car to get it off. You just shove a rag in there and you can just undo it, you know, like everything has its drawbacks, but at least this is still serviceable. I'm going to put it here, and if anybody has anything to say, take it up with George.
Down on down. With a bit of B. That's pretty hot, eh? Wait, see the exhaust?
Yeah.
Just finished up the exhaust on Joe's Honda. Fucking hell, where'd you come from? People, George, they all keep popping out of nowhere. Anyway, it's my time to shine. Anyway, let's run over this real quick. So, Joe's Honda. It's exactly what I'm standing in front of. Exhaust. It's pretty simple, I would say. It's pretty much just straight piped until the very back where the boot is, and we just put one muffler, a little 2-inch hallway, put a V-band about 3/4 down so it's just easy to remove. That's about it, George, man. It's an exhaust, it sends the gas fumes from that end to that end, and it exits out that end, and it's much quieter with the muffler on it. Boy, get a load of it actually. Best of both worlds. What? Coming here, it's snowing out there. Oh, damn, so imagine if I crept up on him right now. This is Valentine's Day, bro. Don't be doing that in front of me. What? Don't be bending over like that in front of me. It's Valentine's Day. Spread 'em, dog. I'll take that as a no.
The crew wants one. My name's Daniel John Weiss. First try, I'm not there yet. Alright mate, look too awkward there, George, you dog. I'd like to introduce our new sponsor. Up there on the wall. Welcome back. Okay, we got Nathan's Cressida, whatever you want to say, whatever floats your goat. Cressida. It's 99%, I don't know, maybe not 99, that's quite high, isn't it? But it's pretty much done. I'm in the process of getting the front end put back together. See that? Ooh. Can't teach that. It looks better than it did. So the guards, they'd been stripped and sort of half panel beaded kind of, and the front bar was blue. So basically we've just sprayed it all Starlight Silver, I think it was, can't remember. But basically just so it's one color. There is potential plans for this thing to get properly painted before Matsuri, but we're not 100% sure if that plan's going to come to fruition. So in case it doesn't, we've gone and just made it one color so it doesn't look like a turd at Matsuri, just so it's all one color and it'll look relatively nice, you know? Now that that's out of the way. It's running now, it runs, everything's working. We got the fans sorted, we had them, they were playing up yesterday. They were staged in the ECU and we had a cooked relay. So one was coming on and then we'd swap the relays and then the other one wouldn't come on because they were staged and it was a bit hard to diagnose. So we got Mick from Edge around this morning, turned both fans on so that they come on at a really low temperature so that they're on all the time. So we set it to 20 degrees, say, so that we could diagnose the fans properly. Turned both of that to 20. Only one fan was coming on, swapped the relays, and then found out we had a crook relay, put a new relay in, both fans are working, set the temperatures back, and now they're all sweet, so the fans are good. Got the front end going on, bonnet's getting painted out the back, and then I've got the grille in the back seat to go in the front, so that'll finish up the front end sort of things. Everything in here is all pretty much, I think, as you saw it last time. Radiator's all connected up. The one thing that we are missing from the engine bay at the moment is the overflow line, so I'm just waiting on a 90-degree fitting to turn up so that I can run the overflow line over to the overflow bottle, which is down there in that guard. Inside the car, nothing else has really changed. I'm just waiting to put that sticker on the center console there because it's going to look really good. And then we come to the back of the car. In here we've got it's an 80-litre Raceworks fuel cell. So we've got a big boy in there so we can go on his big long-range coast trips or whatever he's going to do in it. The bracketry for the fuel tank was actually a little bit more complex than it really should have been because the floor was so uneven. There's no real like square edges in the floor, so everything surfing the wave. It was all like this. Yeah. So usually when you mount these things, you find a spot where it kind of just like wants to be at home. There was no real home in here, probably because it's such a big tank. We got some bracketry made up. I went ahead and mounted the surge tank off of the rear bracketry as well, so it's kind of like one modular piece. Everything sort of mounts to the one. I don't know why I'm still carrying that around. Got the fuel pump mounted in down the side here too, so done this the same way that we do it on all of these fuel cells, which is sort of, we did it once and I really liked it, so I've just kept going. So the fuel pump mounts directly off of the fuel cell, so it's a real short run for the fuel to get to the pump, which means you don't have to worry about like suction issues or anything like that, or air bubbles. So that's in there and it's really good. And then we've got the overflow here. So originally I thought I was going to have to put a fuel tank vent, and then I thought the cap was vented, and then I found out that the cap's only vented one way, so the tank can still pressurize, so it still needs a breather. So we've got the breather, it comes up, down, across, and then back up, so it creates like an S-bend trap in like a sink, same concept, so it won't just leak fuel out of the vent. And I think that's pretty much it. I've got to tidy up the battery box scenario over there, just sort of fix it up so it's a bit nicer, and we may move this into the cab, the fire extinguisher. We may move that into the cab so you can get to it a bit easier. You don't have to pop the boot. It's getting tuned tomorrow morning. So we're going to go over to Edge and we're going to run it up. He was over here this morning, like I said before, and he had a quick look at the tune. It doesn't look too bad at all. It looks like somebody who sort of half knew what they were doing touched it. So hopefully we should just pretty much be able to run this thing up. We have got a 7-pound wastegate spring in it, so we're going to see what that makes. If it makes 450 anywhere in there and it sounds happy, we're just going to leave it there so that Nathan can go out and bash on it and doesn't have to worry about it, doesn't have to worry about stressing the car too much. So it'll be plenty of power for him to learn on and sort of get a feel for it and bash it around and do a couple sets of tyres. So anyway, that's the update, that's what we're doing. So as it sits at 7 pound, 428.
459.
Ooh, I don't know about that. He says 420.
And then on 13 pound, 666.
Oi, nah. All right, that's the update. Let's go check out what Daniel's doing.
hello. So, taking over from Sam. Got Willis's S14. Come in yesterday, like lunchtime. Nothing major. Just putting tubs in it, and that's about it in this thing. Not a big upgrade. So yeah, we did have a bit of trouble with just one nut out of the 6. I just need this to be on the record.
Yeah.
So I don't get fingers pointed directly at me. So these here are your camber, like your camber top nuts, right? 3 of them, all their chassis use them. Just rattle gun, easy as to remove. I've jumped over this last one here. Could we just get a close up on this nut? Now, like, I never graduated school, but I can tell that, right?
It's nuts, isn't it?
It's absolutely nuts how that is, yep. Anyone tuning into the channel at this particular moment, don't do that. Which way do you cross your fingers?
Like that?
I didn't even know which way. I was confused which way I wanted to cross.
Oh.
Pretty much all welded out. Just gotta knock back all the welds now. We did notch a bit of the, I'd nearly call it the pinch on the rail. That's what I'm gonna refer to it as, the pinch on the rail. If you don't understand it, I'll get George to show you. Down there, because he does run 18s, so clearance issues obviously, that's why we've put the tubs in. They are Rex Callaway tubs, they're easy, they're nice, they're snazzy as George and everyone watching. So I've got to grind back all my welds, clean that up, and then just going to put some primer on it and send him out the door. Hooroo, I says. Now I'm going to pass you on to George. Do you want to let them know what you're doing? No.
Grandad's one owner, low kilometre, only driven to the shops on Sunday, never thrashed, no low balls, I know what I've got. Expression of interest. Made how much power? Wow. We've got the Cressy here. If you want to come in here, come in close. We're going to take a trip down memory lane, okay? Picture this, it's me standing over there somewhere, right? Can you see me? Over there somewhere. Can you see me? Now do a little effect to where I set it over there. So you, at 7 pound, 428. So I look like an idiot. Made 500 horsepower on 3.6 pound. Wow. Added a bit more boost into it and it loved it. And then so we added a bit more boost into it and it loved it even more. My boost on this is 10.6 pound, right? 706 horsepower. Wow. I still don't know if it's a stock motor. I don't know if maybe it's got some pistons or something in it, or at least a cam, but we still don't really know because everything looked stock. We had the covers off. It looked like stock valve springs. Didn't have a trunnion upgrade. Doesn't have head bolts. Factory head gaskets. The bottom end looked stock. It doesn't sound exceptionally cranky. So it's either just really healthy or it's got like a mild cam and maybe some bottom end stuff. I don't know. We don't know. But anyway, it's happy. It's really happy. I think this thing is, at this stage, it's going to be not SR20, because if it was an SR20, it would have made 200 horsepower.
We would have need 3 of them.
Well, you'd need 3 of them to make that power. Got the blue line here. Let's go 3.6, tapering down to 3.2 maybe. And we have 503 horsepower there. And then our medium boost setting peaks at just over 6, and tapers to just below 6. That's 583 horsepower. And then we crank that bad girl up to 10.6 pound. Why don't you put can you only put 2 runs on here? Can you only put 2 runs on here? Yeah. That's got low and medium. Oh, it's on the back. So apparently you can go double-sided. Yeah, look, it just peaked 11 at one stage. 705 horsepower. So that's pretty cool. Go have a watch of this rig because it's going to be sick. Stay tuned for Matsuri, Road to Matsuri. The Road to Matsuri has begun. This time we're starting 1.5 weeks out instead of 7 weeks. We've got 1 car done. We got, 2 cars. We got the Cressida done. We got a purple car done. Oh well, stay tuned for the Road to Matsuri. It's only 2 weeks long this time, so you don't have to hang around for 7 weeks. We're gonna, me and Big Mopper back here are gonna get back to it. Bye. Wow. Leave me at home with the 3 kids. Go out drinking with your friends.
Actually, I go out eating biscuits with my friends.
You haven't changed.
Get the jug, George.
Go away.
I'm up a little bit, but that other one has to go down. Oh, no, the other way around. No, that one has to go down.
Yeah.
The other one could. Andy's pretending to off a ghost. Do it again. Do it again. Why aren't you looking at him? Do it again. Yeah, shake the salt.
You know Toyota?
What?
That actually like...
It's a T?
Like T-O...
Oh, is it?
Yeah, U...
Oh, yeah, Y. There's no U in Toyota.
It was on TikTok the other day.
Toyota. Get the shot. Get the shot. Over near Trev. Just a couple of lesbians down at the pond.